Frank Bravo, and welcome to Your Tech Makeover, the podcast that gives you tips and tricks to help simplify and get more out of the technology in your life. Today, we're diving into something that can really simplify your online experience, and that's single sign-on, or SSO for short. I'm sure you've been on various websites and seen the option to sign in with Google or sign in with Apple when you're logging in. If you have, you're already familiar with SSO in action, but I wanted to explore with you exactly what it is and how it can make your life easier. So picture this. You have dozens of website accounts. Some may be for work, some for social media or shopping or more, and each of them have their own username and password. As I've talked about in past podcasts, there are tools to help you with your password management, but remembering all those different credentials can be way overwhelming. So that's where SSO comes in. Instead of juggling multiple logins, single sign-on allows you to do exactly what it sounds like. You use one username and password to access a variety of apps and websites. But wait a minute, you're probably thinking to yourself, if you've listened to me before, that I have previously said never use the same username or password for multiple sites. Well, you're absolutely right, but this is a little different. Think of having a master key for all your logons. When you use a single sign-on, you're essentially saying to the website, hey, I'm being verified by this other trusted provider, whether it's Apple or Google or even other services. That provider checks your identity, and once you're confirmed, you can unlock a range of sites without having to then re-enter your information every single time. Pretty neat, right? Now, let's talk about the real magic behind SSO and why it's so convenient. In today's fast-paced digital landscape, we do have to do what we can to save our time and reduce hassle. SSO streamlines the login process, letting you jump into your favorite apps and websites extremely quickly. Whether you're logging into your email, a dashboard for work, or an online store, SSO lets you do that with just one click. But convenience is only part of the perk. When you use SSO, you're actually simplifying your digital life by linking accounts and creating profiles automatically. This saves you from having to fill out the same details over and over again, which is always a win. You might be wondering, with all this convenience, is SSO really that secure? That's totally a valid question, especially when we're constantly hearing about data breaches and cyber threats. The good news is that SSO providers prioritize security in a big way. SSO employs a variety of security measures which encrypts the data and scrambles and protects it as it's transmitted, usually using multi-factor authentication, which adds an extra layer of protection by requiring you to know something like a password or something you have, like a phone, to verify your identity. The combination of these security features help protect your information and can actually make your online life very safe by reducing the need for weak or reused passwords. So what's the difference between SSO and using traditional usernames and passwords? Both of them are forms of authentication, but single sign-on offers a more integrated experience. Like I said earlier, with traditional logins, you need to keep track of multiple sets of usernames and passwords. On the other hand, SSO offers what feels like a digital keychain. Once you're signed in with a trusted provider like Apple or Google, you can access a host of services without re-entering your credentials again and again and again. This is the epitome of the ease of increasing complex digital worlds. Now, is SSO the right choice for every situation? It really truly depends on your needs. If you want to streamline access to your most used services, SSO is a great option. It's especially helpful with everyday accounts like social media or shopping or entertainment apps where convenience is key. However, as you've heard me say before, when it comes to a more sensitive account, such as a banking account or financial services, you might want to think twice and stick with traditional unique passwords. These accounts often require a layer of additional security anyway, like two-factor authentication, and is worth the extra effort to ensure that they are always protected. What most people use is a hybrid approach, using SSO for convenience in some areas and unique logins for others where security is paramount. As we continue to move to an increasingly connected world, SSO is going to be more and more prevalent. Major companies have already invested heavily into security and user-friendly ways to help people manage their digital identities. The goal is to make our digital lives not only more efficient, but also more safe. We're already seeing exciting innovations such as passwordless logins and biometric authentications. Think like Face ID or fingerprint scanning, which are pushing SSO and identity management to the next level. It could mean that even fewer passwords to remember are in your future. In summary, single sign-on can be a game changer, and it's designed to simplify the way we access our online world by using one login to connect with multiple services. Not only does this save time and reduce frustration, but it also provides enhanced security through features like encryption and multi-factor authentication. So now, the next time you see single sign-on or sign on with Google or sign on with Apple on a website, you'll know exactly what it is, how it works, and why it could be an option for simplifying your digital life. Remember, SSO is incredibly useful on most accounts, but there are still times when traditional passwords might be a better option. So, do you use single sign-on for websites that you visit? Let me know your experience, and as always, if you have ideas for topics that you'd like me to cover, please feel free to contact me via email at frank@yourtechmakeover.com. That's it for now. Thanks for listening to Your Tech Makeover. If you haven't already, make sure you follow the Facebook page at facebook.com/yourtechmakeover. That's where I'll break down this and other episodes. And before you go, I wanted to remind you that by subscribing to the podcast, it is your best way so that you don't miss an episode. You can also check out yourtechmakeover.com, where you can see more episodes and more information about each episode. And if you want to know more about me, please visit bravoitc.com. Until next time, I'm Frank Bravo, and this has been Your Tech Makeover.